Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Friday, July 21st, 2023. I hope you're doing amazing. We're going to be getting pulled from the wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then we'll see where the reading takes us. Do bear with the lack of voice or the struggling of which. Anyways, for Friday, almost said Thursday, you might find there's one, if not multiple, commonalities when you compare the days, but or a continuation of something, if not multiple things. I'm hearing a routine is necessary, but a leg up coming out. There's a feeling that you know what you're doing, you have an advantage. It could be somebody more experienced in a specific situation or within a field doing something is going to assist you, or it could be reversed where you're assisting somebody else. There is a feeling of you bonding with and or relating to. Okay, kind of the same thing to an extent for some, but you could also be more so just associating yourself with somebody at a different age than you. Say somebody older than you. If you look at this sort of older polar bear and the younger one, it could be reversed once again, where you are the older one and somebody younger. But we have chop wood at the bottom of the deck. You might feel a push from spirit to clean up a bit. You may just have to clean up. Like, I know for me, it's going to be my job, potentially a bit around my apartment. But I also feel like there's a frustration or two, or an annoyance, an unnecessary bump in the road. But I do feel like this reminds you of one, if not multiple, changes you want to make. It could be in regards to you desiring to shift forward and just get things done, and realizing that something needs to be adjusted, or remembering this. It could be that bump in the road makes you remember or realize something else in your life that needs to be adjusted, that isn't even related to or wrapped up with whatever you were doing or experiencing in that moment. But what else do we have for Friday? Not for you. Chaos and conflict absolutely pairing together, and speaking separately as well. But there could be a situation where there's chaos and conflict, and this could be a person, right? A connection. It could be, or lack thereof, which this could even be something that's coming to mind. I do feel as if it could be something bad in energy, as the car just completely startled me, whether it showed or not. Now, that is a possibility, a Friday where something could startle you. I do feel as if things are at times feeling like they're falling apart, or you may be reflecting upon a chapter or two from the past, or times even within your current chapter of your path where you felt like things were starting to, I'm hearing, deteriorate or just kind of fall apart, or feeling like you weren't succeeding as you expected or you should have, right? But Spirit saying at times when those pieces fall apart, things don't feel like they're working out. It actually is a purposeful detour, or again, just things actually working out in your favor in the end, whether you can see that at all or at that point or not. Okay. But I just feel like all the meanwhile, it's a day where your loyalty is coming into play. I feel like there's a situation where somebody's more dedicated to that situation than you are, if not multiple people. Say you're working a job and you know that it's a temporary situation, just to save up some money until you can do this or that, or just, that there's a better opportunity out there for you. You just haven't found it yet, or got the, invitation welcoming in yet. It could be more so, say, where you're living and you have, roommates, and somebody, if not multiple roommates, are planning on staying there longer, and you're just looking for other opportunities or saving up to move to somewhere else, you name it. But it could be a connection where you feel like the other person is more committed, loyal to the connection than you are. If that's the case, so be it. I'm not here to judge, but I feel like all the meanwhile, there's a feeling of the day where you're building things piece by piece, getting things done step by step, accomplishment by accomplishment, task by task is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing as well, apply it to your currency. I heard dollar bill by dollar bill. For me personally, I know I'm trying to save up. I have a goal, a specific amount of money, or around there by a specific point. You could be having the same situation, but whatever is being accomplished, built up, adding up for you, or meant to, that's part of this day in one way, if not multiple ways. Okay. But there's a faded loyalty that spirit has for you. All right. To make sure your path proceeds and evolves in the way it's meant to. I do sense that there is a situation, for me, it's going to be my channel, where your loyal, caring heart, your talent, if not multiple, your just simple but complex way of being is very much wrapped up in a situation, once again, that is very faded. And I feel like this day highlights and reminds you you're meant to be your own version of a star. That doesn't mean you have to be, wrapped up with or experiencing, destined for fame, right? The spotlight. But it does mean that you're meant to be a star in whatever you decide to achieve in your life. And I feel as if you need that reminder. I don't know why. You just need that reminder. But you're going to have to be flexible in regards to when you get things done, how you go about doing just that. Flexible, I want to say, in regards to adapting to who you're communicating with, what you're actually doing in that moment, because it feels like some people won't take to what you're saying in the right way if you word it in the way you would have with somebody else, or if somebody was to word it for you that way. Okay, everybody's different. Let's move on. That was keywording, Mermaid Tarot. Mermaid Tarot. I hope this reading is coming out well. I can't really tell. I'm hearing we mirror each other. There's somebody that is going to do something that highlights, I say the word highlight in these readings so much recently, I apologize. There's going to be somebody that does something at one point, if not multiple points throughout this day, where it shows you something you don't like that you do, or reminds you of that. Could be more in regards to something positive. It could be both. But it feels like all the meanwhile, this is going to happen in reverse as well. A sense of it being a destined connection, even if it's just, say, an acquaintance or a coworker or something of the sort, or somebody, a roommate, once again, where you're not super close, but it's meant to be crossing a path so that you both can learn and improve. Whether I feel like one of you is not going to really adjust, but anyways, the Magician in reverse, somebody in your midst does not know how to manifest, but you do. All right. The day doesn't have this ultra magical feeling, but your energy does. So keep that in mind as you flow and ride the waves throughout this day and get done what you need to and navigate. See what you see and digest the message, or discard that random messing with moment, or that moment in general. Not everything is for you. I was getting that as I was drawn to the face here. There's a lot of random faces in this deck, but it's also the not for you card. Not everything is for you, message-wise, energy-wise, people, situations. Sometimes we have to make an intuitive correct decision, or even incorrect decision, in order to learn or see for ourselves that something isn't yours or meant for you in the long run, right? Like, say, for example, moving somewhere and realizing in the end, even if it seemed like it could have been the right choice, or was, it just wasn't in the end, so you moved away. Or you dated that person and it just didn't work out in the end because you saw their true colors, or you guys clashed. You had to sort of experiment, or just give it a go, give it that good old try is what I'm getting, in order to realize what isn't for you, so that more so you can go after and wrap yourself up with what is for you. All right. Sometimes you need to even if something does come to an end, you can revisit it, and now you know how to approach it and succeed at making that work, right? Say you get back with an ex, or you move back to a place of residence that you lived at. Those being two of the main examples I'm getting. Could be a job or a field. Could be, being an entrepreneur. Apply it to your situation. But the Six of Pentacles. Okay, I'm not saying that. I did kind of get a partial message from that, even though I felt like that was messing with. When something doesn't manifest, for some it is true. When something doesn't manifest right away, it's not for you for the time being, but it is meant to be when the time is right. When something just needs to come to be at a different time. Anyways, sorry, that was a struggle. Keywording. King of Pentacles. Money's on your mind, another day like that. The lavish lifestyle for some. Now for me, I know I've been watching a TV show that's reminding me of a more lavish lifestyle and a change I want to make moving forward. And so that could be how it's coming to be for you. Could be in regards to you just reflecting and thinking about life and what you have, what you don't have, what you once had, or what you once didn't have. Also coming out the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Eight of Pentacles. So as I put these cards to the side, way too many, it just feels like a day where your hard work is paying off in one way, if not multiple ways, and all the meanwhile you are just gaining a level of independent justice. Even if it's in a situation where you don't feel independent, could be, as well in a situation where you are independent. Apply it as you may. But it feels like the scales are balancing out in your favor as you are gaining clarity, and it's helping for a lot of you to make your way closer to cutting something out, to make room for something better. But don't be surprised if it's a day where you can't help but reflect on what you cut out in the past. This is going to be of true importance. This feels like a little bit of an all over the place kind of day where your mind might, like I've mentioned in these readings before, bounce from, thinking about the past and then the future and then where you're at and what you need to accomplish. And you could be moving around a lot. Either way, I feel like it's a day again where you need to be flexible, and Spirit saying that allow for the justice and the hard work paying off for you, and the reminders and the informing coming in to highlight the fact that things are going to work out for you, because even when it felt like things weren't working out for you, they actually were. All right, so I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Friday, and I'll see you next time.